Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Elton Henry. And today, I'd like to talk to you of another underrated film that you need to check out. This film is the... Hold on, catch my breath. This film is the 2018 Damien Chazelle film, First Man, starring Ryan Gosling, Claire Foy, Jason Clarke, Shea Wiggins. And it's a story about the legendary famous astronaut Neil Armstrong, American astronaut, we'd be Pacific on that, who, basically lands on the moon. But the film chronicles his personal struggles after dealing with tragedy of losing a child and the emotional disconnect he feels from his family, from everybody around him, where this film is pretty much an emotional journey of trying to overcome grief. And this film is amazing. It's amazing. And the reason I believe it's amazing is not only because of the performances from the cast, especially from Ryan Gosling, who pretty much plays a very stoic but a stoic man who is trying to come to terms with his loss of his child, and the journey of self-discovery that he has to go through, or he believes he needs to go through, when he is given this mission to possibly try to land on the moon. And you see him very emotionally withdrawn from everybody else, and you notice he tries to push further out to kind of find a way to overcome his grievances. Claire Foy plays his wife, who is trying to find some sort of attachment to regain with his with her husband, and you notice that the relationship kind of strangles a little bit, they kind of drift apart, knowing that the kind of life that Ryan Gosling's character takes, being an astronaut and going through these trainings, and the risk that he takes to accomplish his mission, or to prep up for his mission to land on the moon. You see him that she is worried about the possibility that her husband might want to commit self-deletion, and you just kind of feel he's slowly trying to draw further away from his family. And you see that in the film. You see in this character, he avoids his family the best way possible, and just tries to distance himself from his family to into the mission. And to that extent, it's a sad film, but it's a film I think is very powerful to overcome tragedy and grievance, and how to deal with it, and how to learn to let go. And I love, on craftsmanship-wise, Damien Chazelle's filmmaking here. I love the choice of handheld in this film. I think this is one of the best films of handheld from any film that I've seen, because it feels handheld with a purpose. It feels very documentative, like a documentary, like you're watching a documentary of somebody's life, which theoretically you are, but in a different kind of way, where things feel kind of cold and distant. Especially the sequences where it involves going into space, which I will say are intense as hell. And I love that there's hardly any music when it comes to those sequences. Where Neil Armstrong deals with trial and error with testing to see if the ships can make it to the moon. And there are some pretty amazing sequences here, failed test sequences, where I gotta be honest with you, I was at the edge of my seat with those scenes, how those scenes were directed and how they were how they were constructed and directed. Because I like that the film, from Damien Chazelle's perspective, where anything could go wrong, such as a small little fuse or a malfunction. There's always I like the level of risk and grittiness that the filmmaker envisioned with this movie, of how any possible second can go wrong, and that is technically you're behind where everything all falls apart. And I love the real life sequences, or the real life vibes that I'm getting from this movie compared to other space films. I'll be honest with you, I liked it. I like this film's prediction of space, even though it's kind of tough to compare this movie to like Interstellar. I love the grittiness, even though this film takes place in the past. I love the unstable grittiness of what it takes to try to fly a ship into space, and any given moment that ship could fall apart. I love that feeling of this film, and I love how Damien Chazelle chooses to predict that. And I wish I kind of got that more in other sci-fi films. And this is, I guess you could say, a sci-fi drama, but more of a drama of predicting space travel. And I love the music because I love how quiet that it is. And I really enjoyed. I really, from a filmmaker's crafts point, I think I enjoyed that aspect of the film and the filmmaking choice of from Damien Chazelle a lot more than I think everything else with this film. I really, really, really encourage you guys to see this. This movie is currently to watch for free on YouTube, and especially if you have a YouTube account, you just search it up, and you can watch it currently for free. I do think the movie might be a little too long because it takes like a good 98 minutes before you actually embark on the space travel sequence of going up to the moon. But it's a build-up. It's a build-up to it. So it's intentionally for that purpose, to build up to that character, to that arc of how this character can overcome their tragedy. I do recommend this film. Especially if you're looking for a unique drama. Anybody that's looking for a fast-paced film, I can tell you right now, you're probably not going to hang with it. But this film is great. I don't know if Damien Chazelle's best work, but I can tell you this film you don't want to miss. First Man, have you seen it? Comment below, let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.